Hello guys, welcome back to another GVP decklist video. So, as I said, Angel Feather is my main clan, but in the standard, there really isn't an Angel Feather deck. So the next best thing is to go to the Lyrical Monasterio nation of the standard format of Cardfight Vanguard and play the Angel race. Yes, I'm talking about Archangel of Twin Wings, Celestial. So this is my... Oh, hold on. White wings is when your bind zone has odd grades. Okay, cool. I forgot it for a moment. So yeah, this is my this is my white wing build for the Angel race of Lyrical Monasterio for the standard format of Cardfight Vanguard. So, and of course I have the black wing build, but today we're going to be talking about the white wing build, which essentially white wing is only active when there are only units with odd grades in your bind zone. So we'll get to the deck list right now. Okay, we're going to start with the grade 0 lineup, so not a trigger lineup this time. So first off, we're going to look at my critical triggers. So, Icarinos. Hold on. Oh, okay, I take that back. We're going to look at my draw trigger. So I run one Diligent Follower Siguel, because if you know me and my deck list, I love rainbow triggers. One Blessing Diva Grizael. So yeah, gotta have that over trigger in there. And this is a really nice over trigger. Essentially, when it's revealed in a drive check, its additional effect skill activates, which is during this fight, I get, during my turn, all of my rear guards gain 10,000 power. So literally, if you had two rear guards, front row and back row in the same column, and the back row unit can boost, essentially you just have like two units, and then you just know for a fact they have plus 10 to each other, so it's like plus 10 column. Oh, not plus 10, plus 20,000 column right there. It's insane. So anyway, that is the over trigger. I run two front triggers, so we have Running Start Youth Haida, Glee Singing Tetoel, one piece, and then for my heal triggers, I have Peaceful Garden Anika, Soft Light Pruel, and then Languid Relaxation Marguerite. There we go. Then the critical triggers. We have one Glutton Nora, three Grinning Dragon Scale Else. It's really hard to find this unit in TCG Player or just anywhere on the internet, because apparently it's spelled differently. It's so weird. Just know that I think it's ILSE, I believe. Anyway, then I run four original style El Shukas. So 8 critical triggers. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe in the standard format of Cardfight Vanguard, you can only run up to 8 critical triggers. So that's why, yeah. And then, like I said, this isn't a trigger lineup. This is a grade 0 lineup. I run 2 Face Off and Overcomes. So yeah, Face Off and Overcome is only active if your Vanguard is... You can only play this Blitz order, by the way, if your Vanguard is Archangel of Twin Wings Celestial. Its skill applies for both Black Wings and White Wings, but essentially this is the skill. Choose one of your units being attacked, and it gets 5k power until end of that battle for each of your rearguards with odd grades. Until end of turn, when your unit with an even grade is retired from rearguard circle or guardian circle, you may put that card into your soul instead of drop zone. So yeah, so essentially for this one, if you're like board is filled, this just becomes a what is it? 30k shield, right? Rear guards, 25k shield. So that is my grade 0 lineup. And this is not including my ride line. Ride line is separate. So yeah, so these are all the grade 0s in the main deck, not in the guaranteed ride. Because apparently another name for the ride deck is guaranteed ride. So there's my trigger lineup. Next up is the grade 1s. And I like to diversify my deck. So first off, we have one Determined Cheerfulness Sarka, one Unwelcoming and Private Deciel, one Soapy Splash Riviera, one Musical Committee Nicoline, one Little Piece Priel, 4 Sky Quivering Motion Malibu Wills, 4 Cloudless Heart Meows, and the grade 1 that makes this deck very scary is Wings with Rainbow Glow Arimuel. Essentially, For every 3 units on your board that have odd grades, one of your units gets 5k power and a crit. So, we'll get more into the combo later, but just know that this is a very scary card if you can play your cards right. This one is great, because if you have Irimuel in the drop zone, you just, Counterblast, Soul Blast 1, choose a card in my drop zone with 8,000 power, and I put it into my hand. So it's like, damage zone, but not. That's the closest I'll ever get for Angel Feather for the standard format, as far as I know right now. So yeah, there's my grade 1 lineup, and yeah, I like to diversify my deck. I know I said this is the Angel race, but I include other races because diversity. I love that. So yeah, that's my grade 1 lineup. Okay, we're skipping to the grade 3 lineup, because if you saw in the start of the video, this deck doesn't run grade 2s, because grade 2s are even, and White Wings require odd grades. So this is my grade 3 lineup now. So, of course, you just have to have the Persona rides. So you have to have 3 Archangels of Twin Wings Celestial in your main deck. So I'll just put that right there. Next, I run 4 Brainy Player Bibuels. Bibuel is wonderful. Essentially, if your bind zone has a grade 2 unit in there and you're like, oh no, it's Black Wings now, because Black Wings activate when there's only units with even grades in the bind zone. So you just use Bibuel skill, which is Soul Blast 1, and retire this unit. It's an activate skill and only on the rearguard circle. Draw a card, choose up to one trigger unit in the bind zone, and give it +1 grade. Trigger unit. So, and essentially in the standard format, there's only grade 0s that are trigger units. So it's great. That's why you never run grade 2s in the actual deck. Only in your right deck, because White Wings. Finally, we have the card that makes things worse if you have a Irimuel on the board as well. And it is Incessant Vocal Elko. This is great for the White Wing and Black Wing build, because essentially, on the rearguard circle, when your Vanguard is placed, you bind this unit, and White Wing and Black Wing abilities activate until end of turn. Until end of your opponent's next turn, to be specific. So, like, I don't like it when a Celestial, the grade 3 one, gets 5k power and extra crit, and then, my board gets minus 5k, but when you're playing it, it feels amazing. So that is the grade 3 lineup. I don't know why I have it so far apart, but there it is. Finally, we got the ride line, or guaranteed ride, as you want to call it. We have Monochromic Personality Celestial, Indecisive Sky Celestial, Shining as Is Celestial, and, of course, Archangel of Twin Wings Celestial. So that is the ride line. It is great because, of course, it's all about bind zone. So this is like a bind zone type deck. So essentially, like, the best thing about this grade 1 in the ride line is, like, if White Wings is active, instead of pitching a card to ride from the ride deck, you can just Soul Blast 1, so you save your hand. So I like that. I really like that a lot. But anyway, that's the ride line. And that is it. This is my, Angel Race Lyrical Monasterio build for the standard format of Cardfight Vanguard for April 2022, specifically for the White Wings skill of our Archangel of Twin Wings Celestial. Man, that's a mouthful, but yeah, there it is. So far, that's what we got. Sadly, Lyrical Monasterio at the moment doesn't have the front triggers that if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, gets 5k shield. Same thing with the draw triggers. I'm assuming we're going to get that in the next set for Lyrical Monasterio, but who knows. But anyway, like I said earlier, I'll bring up the thing where, like, essentially what happens is you can bust out 2 of these or 3 of these on the back row of the board, and then you just have Alkyl bound, like, during that turn. So essentially, your front row is like critting up a storm, because White Wings is all about the offensive. And if you can pressure opponent, like, literally the most crits I've been able to put on a unit is like 3. So essentially what happens is left column, 2 crit. Middle column, 2 crit, just from Celestial. And then the right column, it could have 3 crit because 2 of these were placed. Just one thing about this skill is for every 3 units with odd grades on your board, one of your units gets 5k in a crit. In the text, it says right there you cannot choose the same unit twice. However, if you place this one, give one unit 5k in a crit, then place this one, then you can give this unit 5k in a crit and this unit with 5k in a crit. It's kind of hard to visualize it when I didn't really set up a board, but that's kind of the gist. You kind of have to see it to believe it, and I'm not doing it well, so sorry about that. But anyway, here's the deck list. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.